Hi, right, we're back up Betley Bridge again, and it's let's get the date right today. Tuesday, the 1st of January 2019. So the first day of a new year, and we're up Betley Bridge. I'm all set up. I've just set up now. I've managed to get round a little bit closer to the area where these bigger fish keep topping. It's very, I don't know if you can see it, it's quite muddy. I'm slipping and sliding all over the place. But I've managed to get myself in a little corner of this, underneath this bush, and set up here. And that there is right where a lot of the fish, bigger fish, are topping, especially in the summer months, where you certainly can't get in this part to fish it because of the weed and the bushes overgrowing and that. But I can get in here now. So what I've got two rods set up. They're not out there yet, but they're all ready to go. One, look at the fish topping, look out there, look. I've got one on a running maggot feeder, which I'm going to cast right into that corner there, over there. And then the other one is just on a simple lead shot, which I normally have just straight out. I've got maggot and bread. I've got corn as well, but I probably won't be using that. But maggot and bread is what I've got. I'm a bit limited to white maggots today because the tackle shop didn't have any. But what I've got is a pint and a half of red, and a pint and a half of mixed. So there are some whites in there as well. Thank God. But seem to be quite popular in my tackle shop at the moment, maggots. I'm hoping for a chub today. That's what I'm hoping for. Now the tide, for what it is going from right to left. The flow of the water is going from right to left. Normally it's going the other way when I get here, but today it's going from right to left. But we'll see how we get on anyway. So the time is 8:45. It's supposed to have been cloudy this morning down here in the south to begin with, but unfortunately it's bright sunshine. But never mind, it's a nice day anyway, and we're here to fish, first day of the new year. I had 13 roach from here the other day. That was just over there. But say this time, for the first time, I'm fishing in the area where I know I've seen big fish topping. In fact, one big fish topped this morning as I was setting up just in there. Don't know what it was, but anyway, so once again I'll video any fish or photograph any fish I catch, and I'll get back to you later. Well, first cast, and we have Mr. Roach. A nice little fish to start off with, and a lively one as well. That's just on the lead shot. It does seem to work here, that does. Yeah, so that's good. First fish, a roach. It's chub that I'm really after. You know, if I can catch a chub, I'll be well delighted with that. Anyway, in you go, mate. Right, let's get back to it. And roach number 2. I will say that a few minutes ago something flipping big jumped out just out there. It was big as well. I've had 3 or 4 big fish jumping out in front of me. The thing is, I've only got 3-pound line on one rod and 4 on the other. Let's get this roach back. Hang on. There we go. You know, so it's a bit risky. But as I've said before, if you tackle up heavy in this river, you don't seem to get bites. So I'm going to chance it, you know what I mean? If I do get anything decent on it, I'll just have to try and play it very carefully. But there's certainly some big fish jumping out there. What they are, I don't know. I don't know whether they're chub or... I don't know. I know there's some big pike up here. There really is. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. So 2 roach up to now. Right, it's 9:10 now. Just had a knock on the maggot feeder. A cup of tea. Clouding over again now, which is good. That's what I want. Not a breath of wind. The rods are out, look. I've got the maggot feeder just to the right. Over there. On that corner. And the lead shot is just out in the middle there, over there. Size 14 hook on both lines. Haven't used bread yet. I will do. So peaceful up here, it's beautiful, really is. Took me about an hour and a half, takes me about an hour and a half to ride up here with all my gear and that, but I'm used to it, I'm so used to it now. I feel I could ride for miles and miles to go fishing. Right, anyway, I'll get back to you later because I don't want to waste the battery. Bye. Well, roach number 4. Plenty of roach about again today. But I tell you, I'm sitting here and I'm hearing some bloody big fish jumping just under the bridge, just through that bush there. They seem to be just along there now. I don't know what they are. I wish I knew what they were. I don't know whether they're chub. I don't know. Let's get him back. That was a nice roach, that, not bad. Best one so far. So I've had 4 roach anyway up to now. All on the lead shot setup. Just a lead shot, just simple BB shot. About 16 inches up from the size 14 hook is doing the trick. Anyway, I'll get back to you later. Well, welcome back. It's 11:10 and I'm on 11 roach at the moment. I've just changed to corn. I had some of them on bread as well, but mostly on maggots. I've had 2 or 3 on the maggot feeder now, but it's still all roach, nothing else. A couple of pikemen have turned up, and they were telling me that there was a monster jumping out of here yesterday. They said it sounded like a child jumping off the bridge. Maybe it was pike that was jumping this morning, I don't know. Oh, hang on, I've got to go. Rod's just gone. Right, it's 12:05. Currently on 13 roach. Exactly the same amount as I caught the other day up here. Again, plenty of bites, but still only roach bites. You know, there's nothing else yet. Right in there. It looks a really good spot in there, though. Well, it is. You know, it's just a rod tip going there. Got bread flake on the rod nearest to me with the orange tip, and maggots on the other one. I'm going to go because I've got another bite on the left hand side rod. I'll see you soon. Well, the biggest roach so far, and that's on corn, single corn, which is what I gathered, that if you put corn on, there's a chance you could pick out a bigger stamp of fish, and that's certainly the biggest roach I've had so far today. That's roach number 14. Nice one. Right, let's put her back. There she goes. Right, let's carry on. Well, the time is now bang on 1 o'clock. The situation is I'm on 16 roach at the moment. I'm just using the one rod now. I'm finding it a bit easier to just concentrate on the one rod. Interesting, the two blokes pike fishing. They're fishing to my right, just past the bridge, just through there. And I heard one of them just mention that he saw either an otter or a mink. They weren't sure what it was. I'd never heard of any up here before, but they probably are. They get everywhere, don't they? But he wasn't sure what it was. He said it was either an otter or a mink. So, yes. Anyway, I'll get back to you later on. I'm going to be fishing here for about another hour and a half. So we're on 16 roach at the moment. Nothing else, just roach. But I'm not going to complain. Definitely not, because I know when you have days when you don't catch nothing, you know, oh, a roach would be so grateful. Okay, I'll see you later. And roach number 20. I tell you, it's absolutely teeming with them now. Must be the maggots I've thrown in, because I'm not getting, nothing else is getting a look in. You know, it's just nothing. It's just roach after roach after roach every single time I cast it out there. There we are, roach number 20. In you go, mate. Oh, great stuff. Just makes a mockery of that time I went, I don't know, was it back in October, when I couldn't buy a bite. Mind you, it wasn't here, it was a different spot, but yeah, great stuff. Right, I'll catch up with you a bit later on. It's 25 past 1, so we've got about another hour to catch a chub. See you later. Well, the conditions have changed. In the last 20 minutes, a strong northerly wind has picked up, blowing from left to right. But the roach just still keep on coming. I'm on 22 now, and with about half an hour's fishing left. I don't think them chub are going to come in, but I've thoroughly enjoyed catching these roach. And they show no sign of wearing off either. Even though the conditions have completely changed, look. Quite a strong northerly wind, and it's turned colder as well. They did say that was going to happen. Yeah, so it's 22 roach with about 25 minutes for half an hour of fishing left. See you later. Well, roach number 30. And they're just lapping it up. Just a bunch of 3 or 4 maggots, don't matter what colour. Just casting down there to my right hand side on that bend, and as soon as I put the rod down, the rod tip's just going. It's unbelievable. Another nice fish just jumped out under that bridge. I think the next time I come up there I'll be thinking of fishing around there if we could get a northerly flow, a northerly wind like today, because it's nice and still down there and you're sheltered. But they're lapping it up. Roach number 30. I'm just going to have a few more casts and then I'll be well happy with that. Shame I haven't caught any more than a roach, but anyway, I'm well pleased. It's the the amount of wise of fish, it's the most I've caught on the river. You know, and in January as well. Unbelievable, really. Winter roach. Great stuff. See you later. Well, that's it. So I've ended up on 32 roach. I'm just about to pack up now, and as you can see, look at the state of my boots. Look at them. It's like a quagmire of mud, sea of mud. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Look at my coat. Absolutely covered in mud. 32 roach is what I've ended up at. And I could have just carried on catching more and more of them. I will just have a quick look by the bridge. just for next time, because this I'm certainly, oh, there we are, I'm certainly thinking of giving it a go down here. I've seen, this is where 2 or 3 big fish have jumped out. Don't know what they were. You see, when you get a northerly wind blowing, you're shouted round here, and I reckon this is where the fish could congregate. This is a good spot. In the summer months it's very difficult to fish this, but now under the bridge itself, right way along there, look, definitely worth giving it a go. I think that's for another day. So many different spots you can fish on this river this time of year, where everything's died back. In the summer months it's so difficult to find a spot, clear spot to fish, but yeah, I think this is where I might go next time if the conditions are right. Yeah, look, oh, it's just roach. That happens every so often, that does. You get about 20 odd small roach and that jumping out. Does that mean that there's pike about or what? I don't know, but every so often that happens. Right, thoroughly enjoyed it. So 32 roach, and I'll see you again. Yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now. Well, just update on today's session at Betley Bridge. So I ended up with 32 roach. Relatively pleased. You know, I'd like to have caught something else, you know, some bream or chub, but I'm not going to complain about it. 32 roach, non-stop action all day really. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Covered in mud, absolutely covered in mud, thick mud, but that's what river fishing's about, you know. I heard one little boy say to either his mother or father on the bridge, "Look, that man's caught a fish, that man's caught a fish," as I was bringing in a roach, you know, and that sort of makes your day really. You know, if it makes one child happy, then it's all worth it. Yeah, so, but once again, those elusive bigger fish that I saw jumping out this morning evaded me, you know. But I'd go on relentlessly to try and catch something better, something decent. But at least I'm catching fish quite regularly, you know. So I'm not doing anything wrong, really. It's just haven't caught anything else bar roach. So next time, or certainly one of the next sessions, will be under that bridge. I think I'll cast actually under the bridge and one in front of me or to the left, and we'll see how we get on there. So yeah, so not a bad day's fishing. I'm tired now. Hour and a half's journey there, hour and a half's journey back, cycling. You know, it takes it out of you, but I'm quite used to it, so it's not too bad. And not sure when I'll be going again next year. I think I'm going to have a rest for a couple of weeks anyway, and sort of squat up on how I'm going to fish the next session. And I think what I should do in the close season, instead of fishing my tench pond, because I've caught that tench of £4 in the river, they only go up to about 5 in that pond, so it's going to be extremely difficult to catch something better than that £4 river tench. So I think what I'll do in the close season, I think I'll spend the time having a look round up the river and see what other places I can find to fish. That would be quite good. So yeah, so yeah, so an enjoyable session. 32 roach, some on the maggot feeder, some on just the lead shot setup. The biggest one, funny enough, came on a single corn. The rest all came on maggots. I think I might have had one on bread, but the majority of them were on maggots. Every time you cast out, the rod tip was going. But very enjoyable. So I'll see you again anyway next time. Enjoy your own fishing. I hope you catch loads of fish, and I'll see you again. Bye for now.